Components of food. Lesson preview. Nutrients. Roughage. Water. Balanced diet. Cooking of food. Deficiency diseases. We eat different kinds of food every day. We normally eat cereals along with pulses or meat, and some vegetables in every meal. We may also eat curd, salad, pickle with it. Sometimes, we may lack this much variety in our food. We eat whatever is available. Nutrients. A nutrient is a substance used by an organism to survive, grow, and carry out different body functions. Nutrients can be grouped into 5 different groups: carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. In addition to these 5 nutrients, our body also needs water and dietary fiber. Roughage. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the main source of energy. They are of 2 types: simple and complex carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates are known as sugar. Starch is a complex carbohydrate which needs to be broken down into simple sugars. Thus, sugar provides us energy immediately, while starch releases energy more slowly than sugar. Wheat, rice, potatoes, bananas, bread, and sugar are rich sources of carbohydrates. If more carbohydrates are consumed than needed by the body, the excess carbohydrates are usually stored in the body as fat. Carbohydrates are thus also called energy-giving foods. Activity. Test for the presence of starch. Take a slice of potato or apple or rice grains. Add 2-3 drops of dilute iodine solution. Do you observe any change in color? If the color changes to blue-black, it indicates the presence of starch in the food item. Proteins. Human body is made up of trillions of tiny cells. These cells are mainly made up of proteins. The body needs proteins to make new cells and to replace worn-out and damaged cells. That is why growing children and sick people need more proteins. Proteins are the body-building nutrients. Proteins are obtained from both plants and animals. Pulses, beans, especially soya beans, and grams are plant proteins. Meat, eggs, and milk are animal proteins. Average protein requirement for an adult is about 50-60 grams, roughly 1 gram per kilogram body weight, per day. For children this requirement is higher. Activity. Test for protein. Take a small quantity of a food item in a test tube. In case the food is solid, powder it or make a paste of it. Then add 10 drops of water, and shake the test tube. Add 2 drops of copper sulfate and 10 drops of caustic soda solution using a dropper to the test tube. Shake well. Allow the test tube to stand for a few minutes. A purple color indicates presence of protein in the food item. Note: to be performed under the supervision of the teacher. Fats. Like carbohydrates, fats are also energy-giving food. They give us more energy than carbohydrates. Fats are stored under the skin and around the internal organs such as stomach, heart and kidneys. Our body uses the stored fat when we are short of energy. Fats also provide warmth to our body. Like proteins, fats are also obtained from both plants and animals. Cream, butter, and ghee, clarified butter, are animal fats. Groundnut oil, mustard oil, coconut oil, sunflower oil, other vegetable oils, and nuts, almonds, cashew nuts, etc., are obtained from plants. Meat, fish, and eggs are also good sources of fats. An adult requires about 70-80 grams of fats per day. Activity. Test for the presence of fat. Take a small quantity of food to be tested, wrap it in a piece of paper, and crush it, taking care not to tear the paper. Open the paper, and hold it against a source of light for observing a translucent spot. An oily patch shows the presence of fat in the food item. Note: dry the paper after crushing the food item as it may contain water. The water will dry up in a short while. Vitamins. Vitamins are a group of substances that are needed for normal cell function, growth, and development. They are required in very small quantities. Vitamins are of two types: fat-soluble and water-soluble. Fat-soluble vitamins, vitamins A, D, E and K. Water-soluble vitamins, vitamins B and C. There are 13 essential vitamins. If our diet lacks in vitamins, we suffer from certain diseases called deficiency diseases. Table 2.2. Some important vitamins, their sources and functions. Vitamin sources, functions, deficiency diseases. A. Milk, butter, eggs, carrots, tomatoes, green leafy vegetables. Helps in normal growth, keeps the eyes and skin healthy. Night blindness, irregular growth of teeth. B complex. B1. Cereals, green vegetables, milk, meat, seafood. Helps in growth and development. Berry. B2. Yeast, eggs, meat, peas. Helps in growth and keeps skin healthy. Skin disease and retarded growth. B3. Niacin. Whole cereals, potatoes, tomatoes, meat, fish. Helps in proper functioning of digestive and nervous system, keeps skin healthy. Pellagra, which affects the skin, digestive system and nervous system. B12. Milk, eggs, liver, fish. Helps in the formation of red blood cells. Kind of anemia in which there is a deficiency of red blood cells. C. Tomatoes, green leafy vegetables, citrus fruits, Indian gooseberry, amla, water chestnut, singhara. Helps in growth and immunity boosting, strengthens blood vessels. Scurvy, wound stake, longer to heal. D. Sunlight, helps our skin prepare vitamin D, milk, butter, green vegetables, cod liver oil. Helps in the formation of strong bones and teeth. Rickets. K. Green vegetables like spinach and cabbage, soybean oil. Helps in the clotting of blood. Excessive bleeding from wounds. Minerals. Minerals are nutrients that contain certain chemical elements. All of these perform different functions in the body. Minerals are required by our body in very small amounts for proper growth of the body and for good health. Lack of minerals also causes deficiency diseases. Table 2.3. Some important minerals, their sources and functions. Mineral sources, functions, deficiency diseases. Iron, green vegetables, turnip, germinating wheat grains, eggs, meat, liver, yeast. Helps in the formation of the hemoglobin that helps red blood cells carry oxygen to body cells. Anemia. Calcium. Milk and milk products. Green leafy vegetables, millet, ragi, tapioca. Helps in strengthening bones and teeth. Weak bones, tooth decay. Phosphorus. Meat, fish, eggs, whole grains. Helps in the development of strong bones and teeth. Helps in making energy-rich compounds in the cells of our body. Weakness, bad teeth and bones. Potassium. Green and yellow vegetables. Helps in growth and keeps cells and blood healthy. Muscle weakness. Sodium. Common salt. Helps in the proper functioning of the nervous system. Muscle cramps, tiredness. Iodine. Iodized salt, seafood. Helps in the secretion of thyroid hormone. Goiter. Fluorine. Water in some areas. Helps in making the enamel of the teeth hard and preventing dental caries. Dental caries. Roughage. Dietary fiber. Fiber found in our diet is known as roughage. In fact, roughage is an indigestible carbohydrate. Some plant foods such as fruits and vegetables contain roughage. Roughage has no nutritive value. It adds bulk to the food. This helps our body to get rid of undigested food, thus preventing constipation. Whole grains, pulses, vegetables like spinach, cabbage, potato, cucumber, and fresh fruits are the main sources of roughage. Water. Water constitutes almost 70% of our body weight. Most of this water is present in the cells of our body. Some water also lies in spaces between the cells. Water also makes up the liquid part, plasma, of the blood. No life process can occur without the presence of water because it is the solvent in which all vital chemical reactions take place in our body. Water plays a very important role in the body system. Water aids in absorption of nutrients from food in our body. It helps to transport nutrients throughout the body. It collects wastes from various parts of the body and removes them in the form of sweat and urine. Evaporation of sweat, drops of salty liquid, from the skin keeps the body cool in the hot season. We lose a lot of water from our body every day as we breathe, sweat, cry, or let out our wastes, urine, stool. About half the water lost is replaced from the food we eat. We also add water to food while cooking. Fruits and vegetables also contribute a large amount of water to our diet. The other half of lost water is replaced when we drink liquids. We must drink at least 6-8 glasses of water daily. Sportspersons and athletes lose more water through sweating due to vigorous physical activity. They need to drink more water. Balanced diet. Different food items contain different nutrients. To remain healthy and for proper body growth, our diet should contain all the nutrients our body needs in the right amounts. No single food item contains all the nutrients. Balanced diet is a diet that contains all the nutrients in right amount, required for proper growth and functioning of the body. A balanced diet is not the same for everyone. It depends on various factors like age, sex, physical activity of a person, etc. A child grows rapidly in early childhood and thus needs more proteins. Nursing mothers and pregnant women also require more proteins to fulfill the needs of the growing baby. A laborer doing hard physical work needs more energy. He can get it by eating more fats and carbohydrates. If you consume an improper diet, i.e., you take in more calories than the amount of calories being used by your body, you will gradually gain weight and become obese. This condition is called obesity. Hence, on an average, we should not eat too much of fatty foods. Cooking of food. The food we eat must be cooked properly to make it soft, tasty, and easy to digest. We usually cook vegetables, cereals, and meat before eating them. To avoid loss of nutrients, do not wash fruits and vegetables after peeling or cutting them. This results in loss of vitamins and minerals. The skin of many fruits and vegetables is rich in vitamins and minerals. Repeated washing of rice and pulses also results in loss of their nutrients. Cook food in just the right amount of water. We should avoid overcooking of food because it will lead to a reduction in the amount of nutrients. Do not throw away the water used in soaking pulses as it results in loss of many useful vitamins and minerals. Eat raw fruits and vegetables to get vitamin C, as vitamin C is destroyed by heat during cooking. Deficiency diseases. A person may be eating enough food, but at times the food may not contain a particular nutrient. Intake of such a diet over a period of time leads to deficiency of that nutrient in our body. Deficiency of nutrients can lead to diseases or disorders in our body. Diseases that occur in our body due to lack of essential nutrients over a long period of time are called deficiency diseases. Deficiency of proteins. Deficiency of proteins causes stunted growth, swelling of face, discoloration of face, skin diseases, and diarrhea. Kwashiorkor is a disease caused by protein deficiency in children. Marasmus is another disease in children caused by deficiency of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Deficiency of carbohydrates. Deficiency of carbohydrates causes the person to become thin and weak. If the diet is deficient in both proteins and carbohydrates, for a long time, growth may stop completely. Carbohydrates supply most of the energy we need. About 320 grams of carbohydrates can supply the energy needs of an average 12-year-old child. If your diet lacks enough carbohydrates to give you the energy you need, you will show symptoms of carbohydrate deficiency. On the other hand, eating too much of carbohydrates will lead to their excess storage in the form of fats, and make you obese, overweight. Table 2.4 Deficiency diseases. Disease. Deficiency of vitamin/mineral. Symptoms: night blindness, vitamin A, loss of vision in darkness, beriberi, vitamin B, malfunctioning of the nervous system, muscle weakness, scurvy, vitamin C, swelling of the gums, bleeding gums, pore, wound healing, rickets, vitamin D, calcium, soft and deformed bones, weak bones, bowed legs, tooth decay, goiter, iodine, swelling of the thyroid gland, mental disability in children, anemia, iron, vitamin B12, general weakness, pale skin, headache, hemorrhage, vitamin K, severe bleeding. We can prevent deficiency diseases by taking a balanced diet. We can have a balanced diet even by eating simple inexpensive food items like groundnuts, pulses, soya bean, sprouted pulses, fermented food, dosa, idli, dhokla, using a combination of flours, missi roti, bananas, spinach, khichdi, combination of rice and pulses, etc. Besides eating the right type of food, we must also cook the food properly as explained earlier.